Hello, what is it? Close Text Master. Welcome back to another episode of Close Newsletter. This week we're talking about Donkey Kong. Okay. First of all, let's start what's happening this week. This week I got some Super Mario pretty much. This next week I'm gonna tell you this. I will be working throughout this week a Minecraft episode. I haven't done that. I said I would because it's a series I'm doing, and I want a series to last not more than just 5 episodes. Even though Captain Falcon was a short series, I could have made it longer by doing extra remote behind scenes and showing off every single character or showing off stage. The extract. But that was too much. I barely did that. But that's the thing. Super Mario and throughout the week Minecraft. So that's gonna be something to look for next week. Let's start on Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong for me is a fun, relaxing game. I would never play that competitively, nor would I speedrun, nor would I 100% complete it whatsoever. It would be point A to point B as fun and most funnest way to. And we're really not just Donkey Kong, just the series Donkey Kong Country is probably the best series, and the only out of Donkey Kong franchise thing. Donkey Kong 64 was okay, but there's only a few problems. It wasn't a nice game that I would like to play. Or more like, here, there's a new challenge, and here you gotta do this, you gotta grind, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You can't beat it unless you have it. It was really to the point that it was more of a chore than it was, a hobby. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. He's whining. He wants to go inside. Or outside, which he can't. It's kind of dark. But that's what I like about Donkey Kong Country. It just the concept of it, of side-scrolling throughout the whole level with obstacles, some secrets in that obstacle, and some things you can collect to help you beat the game easier, even though you might not need it to beat the game necessarily itself. That's what's so good about it. About Donkey Kong Country, it was a side-scroll game with secrets that help make gameplay easier if you did have the requirement to achieve it. That's why I love it, especially when Donkey Kong Country came out on the Super Nintendo back in whatever year. I can't think of the top of my head. But it was really good. It had a lot of hype when that day. And when it came out, it matched what it was trying to depict it as a nice game that you side-scroll, transform into rhinos and whatever. That's what I liked about it. You had to just even support characters like the Rhino was amazing, because once you got on that Rhino, you're like, oh, I'll take this. I'm like Superman. I'll take this. And then there were obviously some, but also keep you that, be like, oh wait, I could die with that Rhino still. Gotta make sure I pay attention. So making you always stay looking at the screen. That's what I liked about it. That's very interesting about Donkey Kong Country unlike Donkey Kong 64 did. Donkey Kong 64, they didn't really have any invincibility or things that you would look forward to, except one or two. I think they brought the Rhino once or twice into the game that you could have used to make it. Probably there was no real Rhino level. The Rhino was just there just so it could look. People won't complain about, hey, there was no Rhino. Where's the Rhino? It was never implemented. I bet they did implement it. They could have been a map of Hyrule. It could have been a nice Hyrule map. You could have used off stage, for a quick step, on Overworld when you were going to stage. You could have used it to travel around quicker. Even though I think there was only one place you could have actually used it, and I think it was the standard, which again ruined it. That's when they had the banana transportation were quicker, but it wasn't really fun. It was fun activating the other one, but after that you just had to use it, and it wasn't really fun. And there was no real task. They were more like giant cheater codes on that. The game itself wasn't bad. It's just the way they implemented concepts was bad. I like how they based it off the TV show Donkey Kong, the Crystal Banana or something, Crystal Coconut. There we go. Which was recommended one must-watch series, which I wouldn't mind rewatching it. But just the concept I didn't mind the characters. You know, they all had their special ability. Donkey Kong had invulnerability when he got it. Diddy Kong got what did Diddy Kong? I think Diddy Kong oh, he had a jetpack. You know, with dual pistols. Tiny Kong became tiny. Lanky Kong was. This is what I'm gonna say. Lanky Kong was a really bad concept. You know, they could have implemented a different one, but he had to blow into a balloon. A balloon. Like literally, if the shark alligators were smart, they would have got like a sharp thing, and he would have been dead. You know, third concept. You know, and the other Chucky Kong, he was a cool man. He was probably one of my favorites, but too bad he was scaredy cat. I like Monkey Kong, man. A military guy. He was kind of like the redneck out of the whole group, but not really. He's like, yo, man. He was like the hip hop redneck military guy, kind of like Wu-Tang style, you could say. He went Wu-Tang on this, man. But the concept of having ability was nice. You know, they allow you to explore certain levels, even though all you really needed was probably Diddy and Chunky. You didn't really need Donkey Kong, you know. But that's not the point. The point is that each person had their proper respective ability to use. Also, you know, kind of BS when you can make it to one place with a character just as well, you know, as one person, you know, with a different method than with another person. You couldn't do it, you know, like, hey, you couldn't get this banana unless you have this person, you know, even though, hey, I see the banana, why won't you let me get it? It's not your banana, it's the other person. It's a banana, just give it to me. So that was interesting. Also, when you collected all the bananas, you got like a bonus. And also had like blueprints you had to look for. Each level had like 5 blueprints or so. No, yeah, 5. Yeah, 5. Yes. And then you all had to collect it, you know, respectively for each level. Okay, let me see. Chunky, Donkey, Diddy, Tiny. Oh yeah, 5. And if you completed it, you would have had to like. You would have been in the last level with ease. That was a nice touch. So when you play the game again, see that the replay value, they had a nice replay value on that Donkey Kong. You would have, hey, like I could do this. I should start collecting it. It would have made you 100%. The only problem was the concepts again. They didn't really implement nice mechanics. It was all forced upon you on that one. Unlike, you know, Kong Country, you know, you collected Kong, you would have got if you didn't collect the K-O-N-G Kong lettering, you would have still beat the level. It just would have been a nice bonus or something, you know. You know, if you collected it, ooh, yeah, great, you got extra points, but in reality, you didn't really beat it. You know, it was nice, and I haven't played Donkey Kong Tropical. I heard that game was okay. I probably watched some videos upon it, like some, you know, some videos, walkthroughs, just see it. And who knows, I might come back to Donkey Kong like I might come back to every series. I only got like a minute left or so. So I'm gonna wrap this up. The Donkey Kong series, I'll give it an 7 out of 10. Why? Some games were okay, but other games were amazing. So those games held it back. You know, if I really have to play, I would just play Country all the way. I wouldn't mind if I had to play a game for the rest of my life. It was a good game. But I won't, because there's other better games out there. Next week, what do I think about next week? I haven't decided really, to tell you the truth, about next week. Give me just a few seconds, and I guess I'll do Pokemon. The Pokemon franchise is pretty okay. You know, I'm gonna, which I could get really into depth. But I'm running out of time. I have about like 40 seconds left. So, last final thoughts? Play Donkey Kong Country. Don't do the 64. Skip over it. Play a different game. You know. So I'll see you guys next time. This crow's gotta fly. Next week, Pokemon. Peace.